It's a dark, cloudy morning at Cairnlochross station. Hello everyone, I am Slowline Train Spotting and welcome back to TS2021. Today we'll be taking a Class 222 from Cairnlochross to Portkeane on Marsdonshire. I can't wait to do this, so let's get into it. Alright, in the train. Some bits have been set up, but we need to turn on the headlights tonight, turn on the rear tail lights, and open the doors. There we go. Oh, I didn't turn on the rear tail lights. Let's do that. There you go. Master key in, into neutral, clear the AWS, and into forward. Right. So this is, I've made up a head code 1P52 for it. I'm saying that's what it is. Marsdonshire route. Cairnlochross to Portkeane, calling it Marsdonshire and Portkeane. So we'll wait for the doors to shut. We are the 06:10 departure from Cairnlochross. So in this video, when we're not focusing on what's happening, I want to clear up a few things that I'd said on my TS2021 review, a few things that I didn't know, and a few things that I said incorrectly. So, but we're coming up to 06:10, so we need to get going, but the doors haven't shut yet. The doors shut. Oh, they have. Let's go. I said, let's go. That's the thing about the 222. It does take a little while to get going. Come on. Go. There you go. We're going. Right. So, there are a few things that I may mess up on. There's a lot of speed limit changes. There is, I think, a broken signal somewhere. I know there's one that I just passed, because you actually, on the Marsdonshire route, you spawn a little way north of the station, so I just drove the train down here and set up the recording. Little insight into what I do to set these up. But yeah, there's a broken signal just before the station. There's a signal before the station is just stuck at red. So I can't remember if there's any others. Nice graffiti on the wall I just saw a glimpse of there. Marsdonshire is a route from Just Trains. It's fictional. It's not based on any real life railway, but it is. It's quite an old route. I don't know, 2014, 2015, maybe slightly before. So it's quite an old route. So there's a lot of old assets. There's a few things from the Common Library, although they have a really weird thing. I mean, I build routes, so I know some of this stuff, which is they have cloned the stuff from the Common Library and used like the clones. Some of it are slight texture changes. There are a few like custom textures, but they, luckily for me, bearing in mind the previous route I drove on that was Just Trains, of course, Tottenham, that had the Kuju signals. I'm just fiddling around with the controls, not looking where I'm going, seeing what's clickable. I didn't know that signal, that guard signal thing worked, because it's not the C key. In fact, there isn't a hotkey for it. Some of this stuff, like the instrument lights and the cab light, wow, it's bright. It's probably just really bright because it's dark outside, and yeah, I'm not used to having the cab light, but they're all like, you have to click the buttons in the cab, which is interesting. But going back to what I was saying, I'm really good at getting sidetracked. You may have already noticed that, in fact, you probably have. They don't use the Kuju signals, luckily they use Just Train signals. I personally like the UK Pro ones more, but Just Trains ones are okay. In fact, sometimes you have to use them because you would need to know how to do signalling and stuff to get this, because if you look, there's actually different signals in the UK Pro ones on the UK Pro ones, there is a 1T, and that gives you 1 extra point to put beyond a set of points, 1 extra marker. But with Just Trains ones, it goes up to like 90, which is brilliant for yards, where you're going from, let's say, like 10 sidings down to 1 line, 1 output, which is really good. Because if you just put a normal signal before a point, it will just display red. Don't ask me why, it's some coding thing. And so as I said, we are 0610 departure at Cairnlochross. We're approaching Kirkbuswell, which we will pass through around about 0614, 0613 and a half, 0613 30 seconds, probably around there. Then you've got Invermere, Tregovan Airport, Landorthy, Marsden Central, which we'll be stopping at, then Dent Valley, and then finally Portkeane. So yeah, we're only stopping at Marsden Central. I can't remember some of the names. I remember the order, but some of the names I can't remember. Passing through Kirkbuswell, point the camera up a bit so it reduces the lag, the mega lag that my computer produces. We are 222022 at the front and 222103 back. 222 is named, if you look, it's actually named, it's called Invest in Nottingham. I actually, because 222s are named, well, some of them, like especially this one, I changed the carriage numbers, so the carriage numbers are realistic. I have a book that shows me all the trains and all the coaches, and I have it just for doing this, making them realistic. Although it does take a lot more time. So if it's not named, if you like, it's going to say 350. Well, the non-AP 350, because the AP 350 auto numbers it. So it doesn't matter. I'll do it for you. Oh, this is a fun little corner. 80 miles an hour, really super elevated, and you get some great shots. That's one thing I have noticed. You may have noticed I went into full service brakes there. It doesn't give you much warning. Like, you may have noticed when the AWS went off, you were sort of like, it must be here. This must be the warning. I think the warning's meant to be like, meant to have time to slow down for it without putting your train into full service. In fact, I actually did this twice. Well, actually, I wanted to do a 222 video, and this is the third one I've done. The first one, the audio messed up really badly. It was actually on one of my own routes, Hammond Coastal one. I wanted to do one on there. Scenery's not too good, but well, it's sort of sparse in sort of the first bit I did, which is the northern end, and in the southern end it's just none towards the southern end, southern terminus. Yeah, that didn't work. Then I did a second one on Marsdonshire. It was a bit later. It was about 2 in the afternoon, about 14:50 something, so about 3 actually. That one I got distracted halfway through. I was pulled away from, well, when I say pulled away from my computer, I got a video call chatting with one of my friends, and I just lost concentration, kept speeding, had to put it in emergency brakes to stop at some of the stations. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do a fast, just stopping at Marsden Central, stress-free, easy drive, and with no distractions as well. I was really distracted, so I ended up calling off that one before I even got to Marsden, because that one I was stopping at Tregovan Airport, because I was only in a 5-car train. This is a 9-car train, so it doesn't really fit in the platform. Well, it does fit in the platform, but I think the rear coach might hang out the platform. Right, we are 105 miles an hour, just about, there you go, and we're approaching Invermere stations. We've It's around this next corner. We'll turn the corner, and then as we straighten out, we'll be going through the platforms. So it's going to be quite a long drive. It's currently saying it's another half an hour away. Bearing in mind that's the ETF, we just go at that constant 112 miles an hour for the entire journey. There are bits where the speed limit goes down. I've also got another stop to make. Through the bridge, around the other corner. It's sort of surrounded by corners, that. Right, we've got a 90 limit coming up. See what I mean? Like, it should be warning us of that way earlier. Like, if you're at 125, once that AWS ramp should be a little bit further back. But if anything, that should be... I think the AWS ramp for that signal is before it. AWS ramp should be 180 metres before the signal, so I've been told. So, yeah. Some of them are way too far away, some of them are way too close. I know at Cairnlochross there at the start of the platforms. You'd have a banner repeater there, but the AWS ramps are permanent distance. I usually measure tool and measure back from the signal. They just look like they've gone, meh, that will work, and placed one there. Just Trains routes now, like their Chiltern main line, they're a lot better. They've massively improved over the time. Like, this is like Tottenham was, I think, probably one of their first. It's quite a bad route, Coogee level stuff. This, they're starting to implement their own assets. They're making their own. It's using common library stuff, like the track, I think the catenary, some of the grass and trees, and signals. Of course, Coogee speedboards, even I use Coogee speedboards, they're the only speedboards you really get. Although I think some of them might be Just Trains. I have seen Just Trains speedboards, but I don't know if they use them on this route. A lot of these lines going off, they go to various sidings. I don't know where many of them go. I know there's one just between Infirmary Station. Oh. Same with Tottenham, the AI. The AI is hilarious. Oh, I like this. This is like an abandoned station that's been turned to a footpath. I really like flying over here. Watching the train zooming past. Forgot to take down the HUD. There you go, take down the HUD. You can see the nameplate on the third coach there. Hang on, is that all I think I see? I think I see something. Once this train's gone, I'm going to investigate this. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, anti-trespassing panels just across there. I think maybe when they took that line up, they may have took that up. I mean, first of all, there's no space for the rails in them. And second of all, that's a footpath. You've got to walk over that. Why have anti-trespass panels on somewhere you're meant to walk on? It's a footpath. Other than that, what else can it be? It looks like a footpath or some kind of track. And if it's a track, a car's got to get down there. Not a monster truck. Alright. 90 limit. 125 limit coming up. I think now I should start talking about the things I said in, or didn't say, or said incorrectly in that review video. So first of all, clearing up about West Coast Mainline South. Now since then, I have actually looked at the pictures and heard a bit more about it, watched a review video as well. First of all, the thing I didn't realise, because they didn't put in any of their pictures until they released it. I mean, they only gave us 2 pictures. First of all, there is a 350, which is just I think it's just a reskinned 450 from PDE/Southampton to Bournemouth. Second of all, it also includes the 377 and 378 for the Watford DC lines. One thing also I saw in a list of stuff included is I think I saw this, FSA with Ocean Network Express container. I haven't seen that, and I'm actually intrigued by that. The only wagons I've got with Ocean Network Express containers are the AP FSAs/FTAs, which are my favourite container wagons. They're so good. The sound's good, the physics are good, the models are good, the containers good, everything. There's not really much I can fault them on apart from the fact, the sounds are ripped from the FWAs, but that's fine. That, and also, because that's all wagon, the container flat sound pack that they have. Tread of an airport, lag. God, the lag. Oh my god, the lag. Yeah, I hate it too, but I've sort of learnt to put up with it. It's a bit annoying. Trust me, I've had worse lag before. I don't know if it might happen on this journey, but I've had it where you go into the cab and you just sort of, it dies for about 3 seconds. Especially if you leave it for a little while, because it hasn't loaded the scenery, so it just stops. Then hills pop up. Then scenery pops up without textures, it's just that. When scenery pops up without textures, it's like this beigey colour. And then it all loads. And then the game actually goes. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm intrigued by that FSA. Also, I've seen some of the things that are wrong with West Coast Main Line, Euston Station and Birmingham Station. The lighting is especially Euston Station, the lighting is quite dim. There's a missing bit of platform at Euston Station. I can fix that. It's quite easy, just use an AP station block thing. But I could have done that themselves. Seriously, it takes me about 5 seconds. You couldn't have done it yourself. Also, what else is there? At Euston, the overhead wires onto the platforms, they go through a bridge, and that bridge doesn't even have any supports. I know the bridge is there because it's in the freeway route. When I drove that before I reinstalled TrainSim, everything broke and all the requirements were broken. Now it doesn't work. But yeah, I know that bridge is there, but why doesn't it have supports, and why is it too low and smashed into the wires? It's a pantograph clips it. Overall, actually, some of those station asset things, so some of the the station buildings and platforms are really nicely modelled. I think Adderley Park is pretty good. Some of the ones near Birmingham, they're pretty good. Watford Junction, that's pretty realistic. Apart from, on the edge of platform 6, the platform looks like it was cut with nail clippers. It looks like someone's just done it with nail clippers. It's so wobbly. It's so jagged. It looks like someone was shivering. It looks like their house was cold and they were shivering as they were cutting it out of. I don't know how you make assets, so I'm guessing by the fact that it's a very squiggly line, you don't build them up from the ground, because then it'd be hard to get a squiggly line. I'm guessing you get a block and you cut it out from there. I don't know. But it looks like they had a jump scare while doing that, and some of them, there's massive chunks taken out of the platform. And also, I can't forget a questionable texture on the station building of Birmingham New Street. The chromiest, silveriest, weirdest reflection kind of thing. And it's not one of those reflections that moves around, it's just it's part of the texture, so it doesn't move, it looks stupid. But in good news, I have heard that they will be doing updates for it. There's other things as well, like I said in the previous video, there's no Northampton loop. Why? And also I was excited, I can get back the Dovetail Class 390. For some reason the windows are blacked out. Well, I know, because of course I transport on that bit of line, and I know that the windows in Pendolinos are quite dark when looking into the train. But if there's like a light on inside the train, I can see that light. It's not just like pitch black. There are windows. They're not just black squares. Slowing down for 75. Oh, here we go. This bit I don't get. I haven't really been calling out the stations we've been getting to. We're very near Marston Central Station, actually. I mean, we're only 20 miles from Portkeane, but this leg from Marston to Portkeane is a lot shorter than Cairnlochross to Marston. This I really don't get, because you go like straight through the middle of a power station. Now, first of all, if you look, the railway, like it's coming around on this corner here, and if you look, it swerves round at the end. There's like a chicane type thing. An S-bend at the end of it. So the railway line's swerving around something. Now, if they built the railway line before they built the power station, then the power station could maybe move over about 100 metres, and then boom, it would be clear. If the railway line was built after the power station, then the railway line, we are just taken out that swerve and just gone right past it. I'm pretty sure there's no reason that a railway line would be going straight through the middle of the power station. I've never seen that ever, apart from on this route. But hey ho, you can see that S-bend there. In fact, it goes down to 55, because some of the corners on this are really sharp. Some of Just Trains' old routes, especially in depots, the corners are unrealistically sharp. Like when we depart Marston, we'll go past a depot. I'll try and remember to stick my head out a window and see it. And if you look, you may be able to see it. There's loops of track that are like U-bends that go right across the middle of the sidings, which is pointless, because if one of the sidings has a train in it, that line can't be used, because it would just hit the other train. On what planet would you need like I don't know what units they measure the radius of curve, and I'm guessing it's like meters per how many meters around it. So how many degrees around it goes per what? I don't know. But some of them are like whatever, they're just so sharp. They're like 50. Whatever units it is. The radius of curvature. It's ridiculous. That is I know where that line goes. That line goes off to the power station. It loops back and into the power station. Also in the power station, I don't know if you could see it from the Cavalry train where I was, but there's one of those fire particle things, like fire. I don't know why there's a fire next to a power station. Well, I think it's fire. It just looks like smoke, but orange. Didn't really do too much of a good job at it. Oh, here we go. I just saw I can't remember what it's called. I think it's Candle. It might have a name of it. Look at that tight corner. 55 miles an hour. If I did a Marsdonshire upgrade, you don't really have to sort of stops to do my own routes from scratch. If I did one with Marsdonshire, the first thing I'd do is I think mainly there's 4 main corners that are really sharp. There's one that is just before Portkeane, because before we get into it, the speed limit goes down and we go wee round. Then second and third one are those ones you just went past. The one where we come out of the power station and we go round, and that one over that bridge there. And then also, if you notice, just after Kirkcroswell, that corner that I went to and watched the train go by, that's pretty sharp. But I actually kind of like that one, because at least that one's super elevated to like an extent. The other ones are super elevated. Oh, Llandothry, not Dorothy. Llandothry. It's, yeah. Some of the stuff just isn't too good. It's starting to get a lot lighter than when we started. Don't know how light it's going to get. If this was real life, I don't know. It looks like it's set in autumn because all the trees don't have their leaves and it's not snowing, so it's not winter. But if it was real life, in the UK now, I mean, we've sort of got past that bit now, we're in autumn now, but there was bits in summer where it was light, then I would like record something, shut my blind, record something, or play Train Simulator, do a run, open my blind and it was almost pitch black, and that's in the span of like half an hour, or maybe 40 minutes. And bearing in mind, some of the time it takes about an hour or two to do that. 40 minutes, this is like, whoa, it's suddenly really, really dark. And then it suddenly gets really, really cold. And then you go inside because it's dark and cold, and what do you do? In fact, actually, as I'm doing this voiceover, I'm looking out a window into nothingness. In fact, there is so little light, I mean, it's completely pitch black. So little light, I can't actually see outside because it's just a giant mirror because there's no light behind it. Anyway, while I was doing that, I wasn't focusing on what's happening. So, yeah. West Coast Main Line South, pretty good. Now, in other things, they say in the fix reports, that they have fixed the out-of-memory bug. Apparently they have fixed it. And for me, I totally believe them. I haven't got an out-of-memory crash since I've played. Well, I've got one since I've played. And also got a really odd one where I got the crash message, but Train Sim was still open. So I closed it. And sometimes I get one where Train Sim is still open and then you close it and then it crashes. But this one, I closed the crash report and it just kept going. I don't know what happened there, it just threw up an error message when there was no error. But I've only got one actual out-of-memory crash. But my friend West London Railway, well, that's his channel, that's not his name actually. Yeah, my friend who has a channel, West London Railway, check it out, amazing channel. I do that whenever I say West London Railway. Anyway, he says he still gets them. My brother, he still gets them. I don't, but it seems like everyone else does, which is confusing. But I have got one this is when I was describing that it throws up the crash report before the game crashes, and it's like failed to load vertex buffer thing. I'm now getting those where the out of memory crashes will be. Oh, on home straight to Marsden, I didn't notice that. I just realised we were slowing down, then I saw 50 and I saw station. I was like, ooh, here we go, home straight to Marsden. Yeah, I mean, AWS. I mean, this was like a 40-mile journey, and now we've only got 10 miles, so it's about 3 times as long to get to Cairnlochross. So we are, 10, 20 minutes away. I don't know. I don't know how bad I'm going to do it. Oh, some fences just loaded in. Fences just appeared out of nothing. Hooray. Oh, there's a 66 over there. Hello. Oh, what's happened here? It stopped. Oh, I don't know what happened there, it just suddenly broke. Lag. Tail lights on, I think. It has tail lights on at the front. I did turn off the AI. You may have noticed there's no AI, I turned it off. You will still get static trains, but the AI will be gone because I hated it. You would get a ScotRail 380, then a BR Blue 37 with some German wagons mixed in with some English wagons in some weird mixed freight consist. And then you would get one, the Marsdonshire has its own livery. It looks like, you can see it in that 166 there, it looks like someone's puked all over it. A bit disgusting. The logo looks nice. You'll see it on some of the signage. It is a pretty cool logo. It's got like 2 arrows crossing each other. And I really like it, but it's just a poor choice of colours. But yeah, you would get ScotRail 380, 37 with a mixed freight train containing German wagons, then one of the 166s, and then an HST, and then you get another ScotRail 380, and then an Intercity Executive 86 with some Mark IIs. Basically just whatever they can find out of Euroloc on Asset Pack and beyond. The ones that aren't Euroloc and Asset Pack are ScotRail 380 and 86. And then the other stuff you'll see 60s and 153s. And that's because they're Just Trains own stuff. Sadly, you won't see 222s because the 222 is released after this. And they haven't updated it. So sad times. You only see the stuff before that. That's 20s with the OHTT things. I think you may get 67s with a car train. There you go. And just on that sign there, those 2 arrows. Looks really, really nice. I was actually looking at the doors, checking the doors open. Night headlights. Yeah, it is getting lighter, I can tell. Definitely getting lighter. There you go, 22202. Well, I'm just going to park the camera in a cool shot while we just watch the train and I talk to you. This might be quite a long video. It's the issue, you start getting really long videos and then you just don't know I don't know how long I'm going to be able to entertain you guys and not just go over the things I've already said. But yeah, I wish the 222 was on this. I can't make quick drive scenarios. I don't know how quick drive works. To me, free roam, okay. Standard, yeah, pretty easy. I mean, free roam's really easy. You just place down a train, put a driver symbol on it, and then boom, you can drive it. Standard, you have to do a bit more programming and you have to make one player driven for your train. But you can do trains like nice. Timetabled scenarios, I don't know what they are because I don't think anyone's ever made any because there's not a tab on that, or on like the driver train menu. That there's nothing for timetabled. Careers points, but it's probably similar, or we can go. I just realised the door's door shut and then the lights turned off and then I went and now I'm just telling you that I went about 5 seconds ago. So what was it? Yeah, career is probably similar to standard, but I haven't tried. Quick drive is complete magic. I don't know how. You have to do like player spawn things, AI spawn things, make consoles for them and set them all up, and then you do that and it still doesn't work. I don't know. And then you have to make a quick drive scenario, and then there's like a mark you have to place it. What? I was about to say, someone please tell me how you do this. I'd probably just go in one ear and out the other. Quite frankly, I'm fine with making do with the routes that are quick drive compatible. This video was quite stressful to make, so sorry if it seems a bit rushed. There's not much to it. basically what I try and do, especially with the train sim ones, is over the week when I'm not at school and have a bit of free time, I start making a scenario. And I make that scenario, then I drive it, usually on a Friday or Saturday. I drive that scenario and record it. And then on Saturday, either in the morning if I did it on Friday, or in the evening if I'm doing it on Saturday. Oh, here we go, here's the sidings. Right, there's Trans Pennine 158. It's a wee skin, I think, that comes with this. I don't know, downloaded anything like that. I can't find it anymore. Right, here we go. Getting into the depot here, that's that line going off. Here's the depot, oh, there's a 60. Let's get a cool cinematic shot of the 60. Right, see, I will point out if I see one of these lines that goes across. It's like that 60 in the siding there, you now cannot use that line. If you look, it will go right through the middle of it. Some wagons. See, I'm pretty sure those wagons, they might be German. Oh, there you go, there's one. Look at that. Look at that thing. It's just trying to look how sharp that corner is, and you can't even use it because there's a train there. And there's another one. There's another one. And then all the crossovers are way too sharp. Oh, is that another 60, I see. Oh, that one's actually going over one of the crossovers. Woohoo. Look at that. How did you... How? I don't know. That's a 60 enhancement. No, 60 enhancement pack, just a 60 pack. Nice. You get the sound pack and the branding pack for that. I've got the branding pack, I need to install it. Don't have the sound pack. That's just more stuff. What was I talking about before? I was sort of floating track, so just accidentally zoomed in and saw that. What was I talking about before? I had a rant about really, really sharp corners. What was I talking about? That's it. How I make videos a little behind the scenes. So yeah, and then I edit it Saturday, do the voiceovers, and then I upload it if I have time on Saturday, if I don't have time on Sunday. So this week was almost like any of those other weeks. I was making a scenario in Crescent where we went from Hatton Quay to Quickfield in a 222 because I wanted to drive East Midlands Trains 222, although this one's the ex-EMT EMR one. So you may notice it doesn't have branding. So yeah, I was making that, and then the scenario corrupted on Friday, and I knew on Friday I wouldn't have enough time, so I had to find something I could do on quick drive, and thought, I'm going to say, this is the best I can do. And then I thought, oh yeah, hang a sec, Hanley Coastline, my route I'm working on. I could do one on there. The scenery's a bit sparse, but it's a pretty cool route. You can see how I'm doing on my route. I could do like route progress updates like I'm doing on the layout, but I haven't really done anything. When I say I haven't really done anything, yeah, I haven't done anything. I haven't really had time. Yeah, here we come up to Dent Valley Station. See the race course after this. This is gone by. So yeah, and when I say corrupted, I loaded up, it was fine. I flew around for a bit, it was fine. I installed stuff, it was fine. I teleported somewhere using the trick I now know how to teleport, it was fine. I then placed down a train that immediately crashed with a vertex buffer. Failed to load vertex buffers, so I thought, okay, I'll drive it with what I got. And I did all that. Let's go see the race car course. Whoa! Jeez. What? Whoa! What's going on with that car? Look at this car coming towards me. I'll zoom in. Look at this. It doesn't slow down at all. Oh God! What is going on with this car? I haven't noticed this before. What is going on? Oh no. Oh no. Whoa. They don't slow down at all, they just go full speed. Oh, I'm being dragged along with the train. Didn't even realise that. So yeah, so I thought I'll drive with what I have. I did everything and it was fine, but the moment the train started moving, vertex buffer crash. So I thought, yeah, how many coastline? That will do. I recorded it. The sound sounded terrible. It was all crackly and horrible. So I started editing that and I thought I'll just take the sound off because no one will want to listen to this horrible crackly mess. Barely hear the train. I thought it was something wrong with my speakers, and then I moved computers and it was still like that. Moved it across computers. Yeah. So that didn't work. So I recorded it on Marsdonshire and then story that I told before. But I'll say it anyway because it gives me something to say. Yeah, I recorded it. Got a video call from a friend. Answered the video call. Wasn't concentrating. Messed up multiple times. When it's on emergency brake two times. Not because of AWS, but because I wasn't slowing down fast enough at the station. And then I did this one. And I thought, oh, it'd be nice to do an early morning one. So I'm probably going to do, I've got another idea for a scenario. I don't know what route it's going to be on, but it'll be at night and it'll be snowy. And it'll be amazing. Probably a 37. I don't like trying to drive the same train too many times, and I know I've already driven a 37, so I might not do a 37, but it looks cool because when it's in winter, there's actually snow on the bogies and the underframe of the train, and it looks amazing. But the issue is, nothing else does that. So, hey ho. Oh, we're getting to one of the really sharp corners now. Yay. Yeah, here you go. Let's go. It's that 70 limit. I'm going to slow down a lot more than 70. I'll slow down to about 40. Because that's actually what it should be. So, I don't know. Yeah. So, anyway. Yeah. More things to say. Or better start braking now, actually. I was talking about braking. I didn't actually brake. Yeah. Almost there. Home straight, 3 miles. And then I can rest my voice and, not say anything for a bit. I'm running out of things to say. This is annoying. Maybe I should just shush for a bit and think. Oh, the blind doesn't go down far enough to block out the sun. No. Oh, I was about to say it's really late, but I've just looked and it's not. It's only about 8:30. I mean, it's late to be doing voiceovers. My voice will start dying soon. Yeah, running out of things to say. What do I need to say? I'm actually working on quite a lot of routes. I don't know whether you want to see route progress updates. In fact, actually you saw one of my routes, because in my previous video I had a time-lapse talking about what was going on. So I'm going to try and upload on weekends, if that's alright. I hope it's alright, because that's basically the choice. Well, it isn't really a choice, I don't have time. I can make the odd scenario and do the odd thing, but recording, editing, that's for weekends. For weekends when I don't have as much to do and I'm not spending 6 hours a day out at house, school. Oh, no, is that why is there a ballast train in the carport? Why? What are you doing? Are you lost or something? Hey, he's in the back way. Is that a dude on the back? Dude, what are you doing? Why are you on the back of the train? Why? What are you doing? I'll leave him. If that train starts going after us and he falls off the back, it's his fault. Pretty sure there's when a freight train's about to move off and stuff, there's not meant to be just a dude standing on the back of it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, Portkeane's in sight. On the map, that is. Can't actually see the platforms. It's a bit more windy. Yeah, so upload on weekends. Some weekends I might be able to upload 2 things. Like this weekend, I've actually just finished posting part 2 of the trains I saw over lockdown. And I'm probably going to get this out on Sunday because it's Saturday, and as I said, it's a 8:30. So Saturday 8:30, then Sunday I can do whatever it is I need to do, which is do voiceovers, do something else, play Train Sim for a bit longer, go and see my family, just like not be shut in a bedroom doing voiceovers, and go to sleep, wake up, watch the video, check everything's fine, check the audio levels, check the video, check that the sound in the original clip hasn't gone absolutely ballistic and been crackling, sounding like someone just lit a firecracker while I was recording. And yeah, I've slowed down too much. Oh no, there was actually a 40. I wasn't actually looking, I just suddenly saw that was 40 and the speed limit was going down. I was like, oh no, that's 40. That works. Yeah, so I wake up, check the video, fix anything that needs fixing, and then, yeah. I hope, also, the last thing is we come in, I hope you like the intros I've now got on my video, the title sequence. I'm really happy with that. I was thinking this morning, I need a title sequence. I need like something I can put as my title sequence that identifies this video as mine. So I just was messing around and I came up with that 7-second little clip. Hello OHT2, you're looking very, very, very dirty. Very muddy, brown. Pretty sure you meant to be blue. Some workmen there. Put a horn for them. Some workmen on the platform. Oh, here we go. I mean, I've labelled this as going to Portkeane. Of course, you can't really have a train terminating here. It'll probably just, another driver will take it to wherever it goes after this. This is by no stretch of the imagination the end of the line. There is no station. Actually, there's one station on this route. This is like fully terminus. It's on the diesel line. I could drive up by, it's Anderson, but it's a very interesting thing because at the end it doesn't have buffers. It has it doesn't have buffers. It has just a depot, and it's a very small depot with tight corners. Because I try to make it compact. I'd rather have a big depot with corners that a train could technically go around. And in we come. Pull up about here. That'll do. And then we'll, I don't know what else there is to do. We'll just leave that, open the doors, and we'll go find a nice place to sit and have a look at the train for the last time. I like that footbridge extension, that's pretty cool. Let's go at the end of the train, have a shot of rear unit 222103. There she is. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. Thanks for watching this video. I've been Slowline Train Spotting. Goodbye. Oh, for God's sake, you have to put up that message. Can't you just hide that? Alright, let's come out. Lol. Right, thank you for watching. It was a bit rushed. I didn't really say that, but thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you liked the video. One thing I didn't mention about the 222, I might do this in a different scenario, is that when it's raining, you actually get rain on the lights and windows even when you're outside the train. Looks pretty cool. Anyway, that's been the end of this video. Really hope you enjoyed the video, and bye!